Hey y'all, it's Megan. If you are returning to my channel, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome aboard. So today's video was requested by a couple of people, and I think it's going to be really fun because my Jungle Cruise jokes are some of my favorite things in the world. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I do a Sunday pun day where I do a different Jungle Cruise joke every week, so you already know that I love puns. So today's video, I'm going to be going through some of my very favorite unload and stalling jokes from when I was working at the Jungle Cruise. So let me preface this by saying these are not jokes that I did every single time. I didn't do these on every cruise. I didn't always do any stalling jokes. You know, if a cruise was kind of slow and there was no one waiting to unload, then I wouldn't have to do any of these. So if you were on one of my boats, you may have heard all of these, you may have heard none of them, you may have heard some kind of mix in between. And if you have listened to my Jungle Cruise spiel, which was my like pretty standard what I did every cruise for the most part, just like an average cruise, then you're gonna remember some of these because there's only so many jokes that you can tell, but some of these are my favorites, and I'm going to just kind of run through them. I'm not going to explain each one. I'm just going to deliver them like I would if I was just standing on a boat talking to you. So if it doesn't seem like they flow really great from one to the next, like, sorry, these don't necessarily go in any order. I'm just kind of getting them out there so that you can see some of my favorite jokes. Let me tell you where we're starting at. Unload and stalling jokes kind of began after you came through the Indian Elephant Bathing Pool. They went past Trader Sam, who is no longer there. I can't wait to see the new updates to the Jungle Cruise and see what kind of new jokes we get out of the updates. But anyway, that's where the stalling jokes usually started, was in that general area before you came back to the dock. So just for context of where we're at. So we've just come through the Indian Elephant Bathing Pool. All right, guys, I like to take an opportunity here to point out a couple of my favorite plants for you. There's that one. And I like that one, and that one down there. Does anyone have questions about my favorite plants? Yes. What are they called? Okay, well that one way over there, that's a hibiscus. The one at the bottom down there is a low hibiscus. The one touching the water is a sea hibiscus, and the one with the bark, that is a doggy hibiscus. So have y'all had fun today on the world famous Jungle Cruise? Yeah, you had fun? Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Well, if you do want to come back and you want to ride my boat again, just remember my name is Skipper Megan. And if you want to get on my boat, just know I will be around and around and around every 10 minutes for the rest of my life. Yeah, kids, stay in school. Go to college, get a 4-year degree in communications, and then you too can live the dream and drive a boat around in circles all day, every day. My parents are so proud of my sister. Yeah, she has a doctorate. Yeah. Does anyone have any questions for me about the parks? Anything you want to know about life, the universe, everything? At this point, usually every like 5 boats that I did this, someone in the back would yell 42, and those are my favorite people. If you know, you know. Alright guys, I'm going to take this opportunity to remind you to make sure that you do grab all of your belongings when you're ready to exit the boat, because anything you do leave on the boat does become property of the Walt Disney Company after 24 hours. That includes your children. And with those little guys, we take them over to the It's a Small World attraction. We take their precious little feet to the floor and we teach them that song in 27 languages. Oh guys, don't laugh. Don't laugh. No, you may think this is funny. This is not a joke, people. This is how I got my start with the Walt Disney Company. Allow me to demonstrate. Does this look familiar? Does anyone remember The Girls in France? Yes, this is how many of our skippers get their start. As we approach the dock, you are going to see a dock on the left and a dock on the right, and we call that our paradox. It can be kind of confusing, so if you step out and you find your foot getting wet, come back in with me, try again. You've just gone out the wrong side. But if you do go out my windows, don't do that. That's a shattering experience, I've been told, so we really want to avoid that. As you are exiting the boat, please make sure that you are exiting out the door through which you entered. That means this front side, you're going to go out the front door for me. Back side, you are going to go all the way around that engine out the back door. I don't need you to cross over anything in the middle because that is a fire hazard. You will trip, you will fall, I will laugh, I will get fired. It's a problem. As you're exiting, please do remember to lower your head and watch your step. If you do happen to miss your step and you hit your head, please lower your voice and watch your language. It's a family ride, and guys, kids are like sponges. They soak up everything. They're always wet, and the longer you leave them unattended, the worse they smell. Guys, it looks like we are coming to the end of our journey, and I have to say, out of all of the crews that I've had today, you guys have definitely, without a doubt, been the most recent. Yes, you have. And if you laughed, thanks so much for laughing. If you didn't, thank you so much for leaving. It has been an extremely awkward 10 minutes of you just staring at me. I'm actually not a television. I can see you too, ma'am. So those are some of my favorite unload and stalling jokes that we would use at the end of the Jungle Cruise. I'm sure that there are more that I didn't think about, and if I do, I'll do another edition. But have you guys been on the Jungle Cruise and you've had a skipper that was just like killing it with their stalling jokes? Stalling was like my least favorite thing in the world. I was so much better when I had a definite thing that I said. I was better on script than when I was just trying to ad-lib and just like make it up as I went along. So I'm not particularly funny, and I know that about myself. So I just kind of went with standard jokes, things that were in the script, or things that were very commonly used. So if you've had a really fun skipper joke or pun that they used any point in the ride, but especially if they were at the stalling or the unload portion of the ride, let us know those down below, because I always like seeing puns. You know me. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.